So Kevin Nash gives his thoughts on the WWE and ESPN deal. Shout out, click this, Sean Oliver and Big Sexy.
You know what, though? But here's the thing. If you're a sports fan going beyond wrestling, like you said,
Right.
if you can justify the purchase, if you're tying it into NFL, I don't know if there's going to be some NCAA contract. If you're going to get programming nightly, you'll pay $1 a day to watch sports all night long if you're a sports fan. So I
drop $24.99 for movies every other day.
You're rich though. You're rich. I don't know why I hit he's fat, but your pockets are fat.
I mean,
most people can't just drop $24.99 on a movie and get wine drunk on a Tuesday.
That's one of the few vices I have. So I don't give a, I'll be glad to get rid of Peacock.
Yeah, but what about, you don't watch anything else on that network? I can't remember.
What about Saturday Night Main Event, brah?
I watch Chicago Fire, Chicago Lawyer, Chicago Police.
You can get that on TV.
Chicago Gynecologist. Yeah, there's nothing on that thing I watch with WWE programming.
Well, there you go. You won't be invited to SNME. Chat, does SNME stay on Peacock and NBC and all that? I guess it's on NBC, but it's also on the cock at the same time. No simulcast. So Bret Hart said he was invited to SummerSlam, but WWE said they didn't have a seat for him. And he said, I don't think they fully appreciate me. Pounding them is what he was on as well. That's a funny name. But dick jokes, guys. They're funny. So I don't think they fully appreciate me. I'm with Bret, dude. Like, UFC does this as well, and it pisses me off where, well, here's the thing. Dana's called some fighters out. He's like, sometimes these fighters call me and they want to come with like 14 people. I understand that. That's where it gets crazy. But you have like Theo Vaughn and the Nelk boys and all these sitting front row at these fights, and you can't spare a seat for, you hear stories. Some of these fighters are legends. You're like, really? They didn't give you a clear 3 spots for you or you and your wife? It is what it is, man. Same within WWE. Listen, I'm not Meltzer going, all those guys are here. But if they can give Joe Budden and his entourage some seats, like, listen, if the media are up at SummerSlam, like if some of these goofball goober dirt sheet writers are there at SummerSlam sitting in a box, there's got to be room for Bret. No? Here we go.
I went to SummerSlam. They invited me down. And this year for WWE, and they told me that they wanted me to be in the crowd, and then they told me once I got there that they didn't have any seats. So it's like, but I noticed Kevin Nash got a seat.
Now, is he a miserable old man now? Is he just an old man saying bitch on everybody from? Yes. Well, I don't want to say miserable. Like, I'm sure he honestly has a good life, and I just think he's just doesn't care. And he's just going to say his truth, and his truth has always been. I mean, it's what Jim Cornette said. Like, hey, Bret's the GOAT. I'm Canadian, okay? But listen, even Jim Cornette called it out. He's like, well, there's no way he runs to the newspapers with it. And then that's what he did. And that, come on, for the guy who's always like, wrestling's real, and I was real, and da-da-da. He sure does complain about chops and wrestling not being real or whatever. So I get it, and I get that aspect, and I do agree that he's still, it's like, okay, get over the Goldberg already. You had like hardcore matches after that. But at the same token, he is right. Like, you got a clear spot. They just inducted him in to the Hall of Fame for one of his matches. But at the same token, we don't know the other side. Did WWE, did he just phone them last minute? Even if that's the case, they should have a seat for him. But also, we don't know if WWE's like, oh, come on, that's not very fair. It was a last-minute thing that you threw on us, and we were already... I don't know.
So I just sort of know, I don't feel that WWE, I maybe finally realize that I don't think they really fully appreciate me.
Damn, that's kind of sad. But they did just induct one of your matches, and I think that shows they do appreciate you, because they could have been like, we're going to induct any Stone Cold match. They could have been any fucking match they could have did. So Naomi was backstage at WWE Raw in Quebec earlier in the day. So her match being pulled was not a case of her not making it to the taping. Whatever the reason was, it was very much kept quiet from other talents. So again, we played the Scooter video. I thought she was being funny. We played it here on the member show or the weekend show or whatever. Turns out it was the cause of a real injury, or at least they want us all to believe. Now, the dirt sheets are speculating. We'll hit an X-Files. Oh, she's pregnant now. Is that what it is, Big Jim? Now, we're already 10 steps ahead of this here at PWT. Like, I've been telling you guys, I've set a list of names a long time ago. Like Cena's on his farewell tour, but it's the farewell tour. Like, what do you want to consider a farewell tour? What, their last year? Or is like 2 years? We got like 2 Orton Manias left. We'll be lucky if we get 2 Roman Manias. Naomi, I've talked about her at length. She ain't going to be here for a long time. We called her world title. Eventually, her winning the world title. I thought it was going to be the WWE title. I got to be honest. I thought she was going to fuck Jade over to get Tiffy's belt. But I think most people thought that. So they went with the world title, which is even more, got her more over. And this run was phenomenal. And I said it. They're going to give her a fucking world title, one last title run. Like, she's tight with Trips and Stephanie, and she's getting older and has gone on record and said, like, I'm 37. I want to have a bunch of kids. Like, I don't want to just have a kid. I want to have a bunch of kids. The time's running out on that. And so it was like, damn, they're likely going to give her one last world title run with this heel run. And some people, even in chat, we debated it. We're like, well, do you think that does it need to be world title? Maybe it's like IC title, US title level. They went with her, man, and it's worked out. But if she is pregnant, or people are like, she's pregnant. Okay, so does that mean you have to stop wrestling entirely immediately? I think it probably does, right? Like, I don't know if you can get on an airplane and shit. You don't want to be bumping around. I don't know. Again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I don't fucking understand where it's, when you catch it, it's like, oh shit. But whatever it is, hopefully it's not something like really severe that we all didn't know about, where she's like, I have to retire now or something. That would be fucked for everyone to be speculating on, like, she's pregnant and shit. But if that is a case, it's a goddamn good thing. I do see people online like, she fucked up, she's fucking up her career. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro, like, women want to have babies and shit. It's just in their fucking nature, dude. Like, it's the red pill cast. I'm not trying to do all that. That shit's cringe, but they do, bro, at the end of the day. So I don't know if she cares about that. Her priorities might not be what your fantasy Mark fucking priorities are, guy on Twitter, So at the end of the day, I applaud her if she's about to have a baby. If she's severely injured or needs surgery, that fucking sucks. Don't do dumb shit on scooters. But that scooter thing was over. Like, we wanted to see her do more of that. So I guess that's on just pro wrestling. It's just a freak accident. Does this help her? I talk about frequently on the show. Hey, some people get injured like Dragunov, and it's good because they were just getting stale, and it didn't translate what he was doing on NXT on the main roster. It didn't translate as well. Is this a injury that's sort of a blessing in disguise? No, I think this is a kill your fucking momentum. If it's an injury, dead in its tracks, killed it. Not that you can't regain it, but this might be it, though. Like, if she's got to go out there and just drop the title, or if they got to work some injury angle, like, how does she? I mean, everyone has kids and then comes back. So, yes, we'll see Naomi in a wrestling ring again, but on a run like she's on right now, oh boy, as Lex Luger would say, where is it? They moved everything around.
I don't know.
Right? As Lex Luger would say, I don't fucking know, right? I don't think there's another run like that in there, and especially if it is kids and stuff like that. So, best energies, prayers up to Naomi, whatever's going on. And if it is like a kid thing and then they're trying to work everyone with an injury, I'm all for that as well. I'm all for working everyone to death, so that I can do shows where I'm like, well, I think it's this. Oh, no, I think it's this. Oh, actually, it's this. That's when wrestling's at its goddamn best, the twists and turns. And so, hopefully everything's all good is my take on it, okay? Bret Hart doesn't feel appreciated. We went into that already. Some WWE superstars, we'll talk about that in a minute, actually. So Michael Cole just mentioned Karrion Kross on commentary. Speaking of Karrion Kross throughout the evening here.
This might as well be a first-time matchup for these And there's been a lot of momentum on the side of Sami Zayn as of late. The victory over Cross at SummerSlam. And, of course, Sami Zayn on Friday night.
And just the name Cross. He didn't say Karrion Kross. He said the victory over Cross. And then Cross drops a shirt that says just Cross on it on his PWT's website. It doesn't say Killer Cross. And again, I brought it up earlier. People would say, well, Phil, his fucking Twitter handle is Killer Cross. So he's trying to be known as Killer Cross. Not everyone's on Twitter. I would say there's probably as many people who know him as just Karrion Kross that know him as Killer Kross. Maybe even you could argue more. He's on Netflix as Karrion Kross. He was on TNA and fucking Lucha Underground as Killer Kross. You guys get the difference? So with Killer Kross, he hasn't put Killer Kross. They just called him Kross. What if he comes back to WWE as Killer Kross? What if that's what they're building to this whole fucking time and this whole TikTok puppet master? I'm working everybody. And I come back, I'm Killer Kross. I could totally see them doing that transformation in WWE. Why? Well, because they call Ron Killings now. They called him R-Truth because he was K-Quick, because his name was Ron Killings. So they're like, we can't call you Kill anything on TV, even though we can pretty much show tits on television and divas fucking in their underwear barking like dogs. We can't. That's how kooky TV is. We can't say the word kill on this show because people will think it's real. And so we have to say, right? So all these years later, Ron Killings is just Ron Killings, and he's still R-Truth, whatever, but they called him R-Truth when he came back. So maybe Killer Kross is acceptable because that's why they changed it from Killer Kross as well to Karrion Kross, because you can't be Killer on fucking TV. The most they did was they had Killer Kelly on the Mae Young Classic. So that's like the rankest they went with that, or the furthest they went with that. And that was on WWE Network, I believe, at the time. So again, that's not like on network television or whatever. So interesting. They're just running with the Cross stuff. We'll continue to speculate on this throughout the evening. But speaking of Raw, they garnered their most Netflix views for last Monday's post-SummerSlam episode since April. The show scored 3 million views globally for the week per Netflix, with 6.1 million hours viewed. The viewers were tied with 428 as the best since the Post-Mania show on Netflix, while the hours viewed were tied with 6.9 as the best since the Post-Mania show. The show ranked 6 for the week, down from number 5 the prior week, and 5 globally, which is up from 8. So internationally, people were tuning in. And I like reading these ratings talks more. It's way more interesting than when Raj, and shout out Raj for doing the work. And this isn't on him. This is just the nature of the game, right? It's just the beast we're battling. Listen to that pop for Strickland, though. Good for him, man. Good for Swerve. But when Raj starts breaking down and when Dave starts breaking down it was a 0.1511 in the key demo, 18-49. Whatever the fucking rating is, ad max, it's whatever the fuck. This is more interesting just to see the views and the hours viewed and then see where it ranks on Netflix top 10. That's just way more. It would be easier if AEW just ranked in the top 10 of Max and we could just sort of gauge it from there. Okay, it's actually crushing it on Max. But no, we can't do that. Or HBO Max, or whatever the fuck it's called. Moving along here, Zilla Fatu, who's a recurring theme in this episode of PWT as well. And he talked about if he's ready to be in WWE, and he said, no, I thought I was. No, I think I still have more time to grow. I'm still green. I still have a long way to go. See, shout out Zilla. He recognizes it. This is what I've said on PWT to death. Everyone's like, we bring up who's going to show up. Hikuleo and maybe Lance Anoa'i, who's been signed to NXT forever, and Chad always brings up Zilla, and I always say this. I'm like, no, he's still just he's improving a lot. I don't want to shit on him, but he's like more over as a personality than he is good in the ring right now. In a glaring way, though, like he's still green, man. He still has a lot to refine. You can see it in his indie work now. He's shaping up body wise. He is starting to come along. But he's right where he needs to be. And again, I called myself out for it. I was like, Jordan Grace should be on the main roster. I bet she just skips NXT. No, man, you see her in NXT and you get it. Same as Zarya. I was like, she could just go to main roster right now. No, she's still in NXT and you get it. once you're seeing them work and you're like, WWE had it scouted. They knew exactly where to place these ladies. And I thought Jordynne Grace would be main roster ready right away. You see her in NXT and you're like, okay, no, and I'm not by any means burying her, but she's right where she needs to be. Right. So it's okay to sort of, you see someone who's good on a level below and you're like, fuck, man, they're so good. But then truly that WWE level, man, that top guy speed, it's another ball game. And so Zilla at least can identify that in himself, which is very self-aware, that's what makes me have faith that he will make it in WWE one day. Because as much as people support him, he has a lot of detractors who are like, nah, he was in jail. It's the blah, blah, blah. And it's the same shit they said about Jacob Fatu. And look at Jacob now. So anyways, though, Zilla says, no, I thought I was. No, I think I still have more time to grow. I'm still green. I have a long way to go. I think when the timing is right, and not only that, when I feel right, just like the same feeling I had in prison, that I was tired, that I didn't change my life. I'm just waiting for that feeling. And once that feeling pops up, that's when I'm going to start pushing for it. But for right now, I'm just being patient and just waiting, just grinding, enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, and just learning as I go, and always be the student in the game. Fuck yeah, dude. That's the right mentality. Always be the student. And I think time will tell. And I think the fans will play a big role in that. So I'm just working like WWE never had their eyes on me. I think having that mindset, I think I'm going to get there. I know I'm going to get there. Exactly. Just ignore the noise, nose down, grind. WWE will find you. If you're putting in the work, they will find you, dude. So Julian Weeks says, damn, the Naomi injury definitely is not a work. When they open the show like that, you know it's legit. Again, we harped on that. We speculated enough. It could be an injury. It could be not. We're all being worked. That's the beauty of the game. That's the beauty of the cross shit. So there is reportedly unhappiness within WWE over Seth Rollins' work injury. And PWI says, obviously, WWE can lie to anybody they want. They certainly lie to a lot of people. That's the whole point of pro wrestling. I can't stand this fucking notion. Oh, they lie. They tell lies. Yeah, it's pro wrestling. They're trying to work people into being outraged, into giving them their money to see a fight. It would appear during the Seth Rollins situation, much of which has left a very unhealthy flavor in the mouths of a lot of people who work behind the scenes for the company, as well as talents who are in-ring performers. So backstage, they're saying Rollins' shit has left a bad taste in people's mouths. The reason you hear stories like this, guys, is what we talked about earlier. It's the lower mid guys who stooge the sheets. They're trying to get good coverage, and they're trying to, I don't know, man. Sometimes they just feel like they're being shafted and stuff like that. At the same time, dirt sheets make shit like this up. Now, does Mike Johnson, is he notorious for just blatantly lying about stories like this? No. And I would just say that someone did tell him this, but it's probably matches the description I just gave a moment ago. Probably a mid-lower dude who's just like, I feel shafted, or I'm not on TV, or I've been stooging for favorable coverage, or it's some writer who said, like it's a writer, like one of these guys running around backstage, and then he said, and also some of the boys are mad too. So then it's sort of a regurgitation of that. That's fine. Did it rub people the wrong way? I don't know, that they keep shit close to the vest and they work even the boys. Well, I'm in a company that doesn't trust me. Well, who the fuck are you? Like, do you think the guy who works at Popeyes gets the fucking secret recipe, the herbs and spices there in the chicken? I don't know. There's a Popeyes commercial on right now. It's making me hungry. So I just don't know if I believe this, right? And whenever I hear like everyone's unhappy backstage, I don't know. I recently, someone DM'd me and was like, yo, people are unhappy with like the small houses in AEW. It makes shit look small backstage, da-da-da. It's like, okay, well, whatever. You know, are people back there? I just assume you can talk to any group of people and go, there's 3 friends over here. Are you happy with this? Are you happy with this? You're going to find someone who's unhappy with something, especially in like in the creative world of entertainment and television, right? So I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, right? So John Cena named the stars he feels are his wrestling soulmates. He says Randy Orton, Edge, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes. Amazing. Rhodes and Cena cook. Styles and Cena are fucking awesome together. Rollins, I wouldn't have thought of that one. CM Punk, of course. Edge, I think so, of course. You got to go Edge. And then Randy Orton, of course, as well. So cool to see names like Rollins on there because that just wouldn't stick out to me, or even like a Rhodes because it's so new. But at the same time, I believe they touched like before, right? When Rhodes left WWE the first time. Before that, I'm sure Cena squashed Legacy and shit a bunch of times that I just can't think of off the top of my head. And it's cool to see AJ on there, man. A guy who you just never thought would even be in WWE at one point. He's even said it, like, I would have stayed in TNA forever if they just paid me the same or whatever. And now he's like a WWE legend, became a champion. Him and Cena are like fucking wrestling soulmates in a totally hetero platonic way. So according to multiple sources with knowledge of there's a bunch of bullshit tonight, guys, from the dirt sheets is all I got to say. With knowledge of the WWE event schedule, a yet to be announced PLE. Well, maybe this isn't bullshit. This one probably isn't. PLE will take place on Saturday, September 20 in Indianapolis, Indiana. The date coincides with AEW's All Out pay-per-view scheduled for the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto and represents the first time a WWE main roster PLE will air the same day as an AEW pay-per-view. It is not yet confirmed the start time of the WWE event. So they're like 100% going to do this. I don't know if it goes this deep, but if I make a prediction here, and I don't know, someone can fucking DM me and correct me. Or chat can let me know if they agree. But I think Triple H wants to claim AEW as like a victim. You know how Vince ate up every territory and fucking stepped on the throats of WCW and shit? I think Triple H might view it like that, and Nick Khan and Shawn Michaels and shit now. It could be that way because they're not relenting, and they're not bringing up AEW and shit, but also it's like Rhodes and Punk and shit. They have a bit of a vendetta where they want to be like, told you so. I think I have it on the fucking, did I put it on the soundboard? Someone gave me like a told you so, or like Phil don't miss or something like that, I think, for the sound. I don't know. I don't have it, but yeah, it's pretty funny to say the least that now everybody's going nuts about the competition. Of course, it's been pointed out ad nauseum. Competition's a good thing until it's not. And it's pretty hilarious to see it just play out the way everybody knew it would. And, you know, you shouldn't be crying now when Tony was calling people bald assholes and Harvey Weinstein and all this other shit. And you can't cry when people criticize AEW's health and safety when Samoa Joe's out here wrestling the same day that he told everyone he's got a broken ankle or whatever, apparently. So what happened to his ankle? Or was that, did it heal while he was filming? Again, I don't know. Lex Luger, get in here. So John Cena says, I've been doing this for 23 years and I've never once chosen my opponent. Not even when I chose to squash the Nexus. I mean, not even when I had to get yelled at by Edge and shit because I buried fucking Nexus. I've always lived by the philosophy that life will give you opportunities every single day and you have to do the best you can every single day with what life gives you. So whoever challenges me for that last match, I'm going to give it my best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Nikki Bella discusses Seth Rollins fooling the WWE locker room with his injury. Here was her admitting that the locker room is also worked by it. And this is what's going on, guys. Like, Seth Rollins, they're working everyone. Truth, they're working everyone. Lesnar, they're working everyone. I saw with my own two eyes people you would think would know 100% Brock. I don't even want to fucking listen. The boys don't even fucking know about Brock Lesnar coming back. They just know when people are being secretive and shit. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, shit, man, people are running around doing secret stuff. And so Rollins' injury the same way. They worked everybody. I just have a feeling this cross shit is along those same lines.
You know, this is, you know what's a great example? And this is what I love about our business. And I feel like a lot of SOGs do this. Rollins fooled us all. Like,
for sure.
He was at Evolution back there.
I know.
I had almost a 30-minute conversation with him about his knee. And he's like, yeah, it's the same one. this feels worse,
Wow.
but it gave me a good 10 years.
He was
No,
committed.
Bree
I
seems a little bitter. I gotta be honest. When Nikki starts talking about the backstage stuff, I just know them so well. I watch too much Total Divas and Total Bellas. I will say this, man. Brie Bella, I don't know if she's coming back. I really hope they can pull that together and get her a fucking deal, but I don't know, man. Apparently Triple H just doesn't fuck with her. I don't know if it's because the Danielson AEW stuff. Because Triple H and Danielson, like come on, that whole WrestleMania 30, that whole event had to be fucking shaken up because of the dynamic between what Triple H was trying to do and Vince was trying to do with Evolution and fucking Danielson and everything. And Brian even talks highly of Vince, doesn't really talk about Triple H that much. And I don't know. I think Triple H is just like, nah, whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, just doesn't care if Brie comes back at all.
I couldn't believe the whole thing. Like, I felt so bad for him because, we feel
I
bad.
remember you
but-
telling me.
Right?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I was very optimistic at first, but goddamn, just look at the look at her face too when she's fucking talking about the backstage stuff. It's almost like she doesn't want to be there. So Zilla Fatu and Karrion Kross have been the two through lines throughout this program tonight. And Zilla Fatu says he still has a long way to go and asked if he would be ready for the WWE. We covered that before, but just reiterating, he's very self-aware and he's like, listen, I'm still green. And when the time comes, I'll be fucking ready. I thought I was ready, but I'm not yet. And I'm glad he's saying that because that was sort of my assessment for a long time too, even though people are getting high on him. But that's not a burial of him at all. That's bonus points, He's going to be even more fucking over and dope when he comes in. So here is John Cena's purported. I don't know. I don't know if all of these dates are confirmed, but this is what we're looking at for the last of his schedule. And some of these are dating back a little bit because we are now August 13th, this fine Wednesday evening. And this is for the month of August through till December. So Cena scheduled for the August 1 SmackDown, August 2 or 3 SummerSlam, August 8 SmackDown. So we've seen all those. August 22, he's going to be back in Dublin, Ireland. Holy fuck, is that place going to go crazy? I wonder if Hughesy's going to be there. Hughesy, you son of a bitch, if you're listening, you better fucking come on the show and review that show or preview that show or whatever the fuck, August 29, SmackDown in Lyon. They're going to go crazy. Clash in Paris. They're going to go nuts. September 5th, SmackDown in Chicago. September 15, Raw, Springfield, Mass. October 11, Crown Jewel, Perth. Now that is where they're trying to say, oh, there's going to be a PLE with Brock on it. And they didn't say Brock Cena, but Brock on the September 20th as well to go head to head with AEW. So how do we know this Raw doesn't get moved to he's on that 20th show if they do it? But who even knows? I think Brock Cena is going to go down at Crown Jewel if I had to bet money on it, but who knows? That's in Perth, Australia. Holy fuck. Survivor Series in San Diego, November 29, and then his retirement match in December, which I think they have like a Boston show in December or something like that. And Kevin Nash says he knows who the fucking last match is going to be against. He almost stooges it.
You fucking mark!
No, I love Kevin Nash, but let's take a listen.
Who's he wrapping up with in December for the retirement match? Is the Lesnar thing going to go that far?
I'm not allowed to tell you. I'm not allowed to say.
So he knows they have to have his final match in mind already. They have to. They have to have that planned since even just like, hey, I have this many dates left. This is my retirement tour. Whether they knew he'd be heel or not, babyface or not the whole time, which each of his opponents are the whole time, whatever. That could totally be flip-flopped on the fly, as Dusty Rhodes would say or do. But when it comes to his final match, I guarantee at the start of this, Cena's like, All I know is this is who the last match is against, or they pitched him like it has to be this person and we have to use it to do this and get Cena on board. That has to have been planned so fucking long ago. But Nash is like, I can't tell you.
Oh, so you know.
Yeah. I got tired of people saying one more match. I said, all right, fucking, I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Ah! He tried to swerve. Is it a joke? I don't think so. I think he was being real. He does know. And then he went with the joke here when he realized, oh, I don't want to be dirt sheety. Because that's shitty to do. That's sheety to do. Where's my snare? Someone get me a snare. The fuck is it?
So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Boy, is there an announcement coming here on Click This.
You heard it here.
Shit. You should have it. You know, we should have it on the Lido deck of the Norwegian cruise line.
What
you can tell by the way he's like, he second guessed even saying he knew. Because now the dirt sheets are, oh, Kevin Nash claims he knows the final opponent was planned. And if we believe Kevin Nash.
Imagine that. I mean, just being
winner goes over.
Being on the ship alone, I'd fucking piss myself.
Yeah. Shout out, Click This. So ESPN is interested in bidding for WWE's video library. So Chairman Jimmy Pitaro says, yeah, we are always interested in content of that quality. I will tell you that we will have the archival rights for the events that we are airing. But yes, in terms of their library, we certainly would be interested if and when those rights are available. It's all going to ESPN, daddy. Disney's getting in the fucking WWE business. Multiple updates on Naomi have emerged following her not being cleared to compete on Raw. PW Insider said that she was backstage at Raw. Additionally, Brian Alvarez. Brian! Oh, shit, Brian. Brian. Pops in and said that there is definitely a rumor going around in WWE about what's going on. If it is, in fact, what's going on, she is going to be out for a long, long time. Just shut up and say it then. Like, fuck. Just say it and go, look, if I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. This is what people are fucking telling me. I'm not trying to break news here unless you're trying to break news. Just say it already. So on his Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T discussed WWE's reduced house show schedule, calling it a double-edged sword. I agree with Book. I think AEW and WWE should be doing more house shows, even if it's their C-list fucking talent. Book said, well, he said more family time is a good thing. He warned that time off is your worst enemy and that the lack of consistent in-ring reps could lead to more injuries. Yeah, you're not as calloused. The injuries are going to rack up when you don't have as much time in the ring, he stated. It's true. ESPN wants to acquire WWE's entire content library. We talked about that. Shayna Baszler, she said that she's open to going to AEW. There's been talks, but, you know, she's working backstage in NXT and stuff. And she said that she told Ariel Helwani that she had 3 more years on her WWE contract when they released her. So did she just get paid in full? I wonder what happened there. Shayna Baszler, come on down. Did they just cut her and fucking pay her out? Moving along here. Good for her. DarkState's Cutler James. So this was a botch on NXT. He says, we're going to smash in their teeth. We're going to start taking turns on their ass. And then we're going to beat them down again till we finish on top. And you can tell he was doing this to try and pop everyone. Everyone breaks character. I'm going to play the audio so you guys hear it first. And then I'm going to show you the video of everyone sort of breaking character.
Minutes ready to take opportunity, not wait for it to come around. And look at this now. Tonight, in the main event, standing across from 4 of the top guys at NXT and TNA. I mean, look, we got best on best. We got Trick, Javon, Oba, Moose. I mean, they know they're getting beat down because we changed that main event scene.
It's time to realize that DarkState dominates NXT.
Right,
we're going to smash their teeth in.
That's right,
Then we're going to start taking turns on their ass. Then we're going to beat them down again and again until we finish on top.
We talking about this.
Hey, yo, Shawty, it's been 6 months since DarkState touched down to NXT. And tonight, we cut their head off the snake, Slim. And that heat wave, Hank and Tank gonna be 20 pounds lighter when we run off with y'all gold.
Because when DarkState strike, ain't nobody safe.
I don't know, man. I'm not really feeling these guys. I gotta be honest. But here, I'm gonna do it without the sound, and you just see everyone break fucking character when he's like, we're gonna smash their asses or whatever. Like, you see them, they're all smiling, breaking character. Dude covers his mouth. This guy's like, oh shit. She's looking at the camera like, what the fuck? And then, yeah, I don't know. It's funny. It was a funny moment. I popped for it. So Bully Ray believes fans would like to see Vince McMahon make an appearance for John Cena's retirement. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Shayna Baszler shares how she was released from WWE. Speaking of her release with 3 years left. And she's like, it's a bummer, but she's not like shitty about it.
Yep. Just for the sake of sort of being accurate, were you released or did your contract expire? How did it go down?
I was released. I had actually not too long ago signed an extension. So yeah, it would have. I wish it would have ran out, but yeah, I was released.
How much longer was on there?
I had like 3 more years.
Oh, okay. Wow. So you just signed it. Was it relatively newly signed? Okay. What was your reaction when you found out about their decision?
You know, it's kind of funny because it's I wouldn't say it's like it's obviously never a good feeling, I don't think, in rare cases. But it was not unexpected. Like we hadn't, you know, as far as like Zoe and I, and with Sonya being released, and then since Sonya they didn't renew her contract, and then from that time we just weren't on TV, me and Zoe. And so you kind of get this feeling like we were, you know, trying to pitch stories and ideas and do our own stuff on social media and that kind of thing. And just nothing was really hitting with creative. So, I mean, as much as it's a bummer in that moment, it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of knew this was where we were at. So
how did you find out?
They called me.
Okay.
They called me. I was fortunate to be one of those that did not find out through social media. But
Sure.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. Fucking dirt sheets.
And when they do this, when they call you, do they give you a reason? Do they say, hey, we just don't have anything, or we want to go? Like, is there any sort of reason, or it's like?
I love how Ariel's just like a fucking pro wrestling show now. What happened, dude? So Shawn Michaels, this is the second week in a row that NXT was fucking lit and the fans were turned last night. That guy fucking cooked. You know, these MAGA crowds, dude.
Go Todd! Go Todd! Go Todd! Go Todd!
Yo, come on now. It's going to be crazy when they leave Orlando, huh? It's going to be fucking crazy when they leave Florida. So NXT scored its best 18-49 rating since April for Tuesday's episode, with the audience was slightly down from last week, 728K. So crushed it, 0.17, up 18% year over year. Zilla tells a story about he just remembers him and Dom would run around and get into trouble backstage at WWE shows growing up. Charles Robinson has revealed that he was rushed to hospital this morning after being bitten by a bat. And he's Man Bat. Yeah, I know, he'll become Man Bat. That's fucking funny. So here is The Miz. And he is limping and on crutches into the Rich Eisen show, seemingly taking a shot at Seth Rollins here. I don't think this is real here, but he says, tune into the Rich Eisen show today on the Roku channel. I'll be hosting and have some big unfortunate news will drop.
Big news coming out of the Rich Eisen show today on the Roku channel from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to end more. See you then.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a Wrensday. Before we get into Wrensday, though, yesterday, you keep saying his name, he keeps appearing. We have Joe Hendry mixing it up with Wren Sinclair, and it's just amazing.
Let's go figure out a plan for Joe Hendry tonight.
Say his name and he...
Honestly, there's no way Joe Hendry will be here.
Say his name and he appeared.
I don't know where else to go.
Oh, he's right there.
What?
Look at it, right there. I just saw him. Joe Hendry was right there.
Behind the glass.
Say his name and he appeared.
Let's go figure out.
Yeah, dude. That's funny. And it's Wrensday. Two's in the chat. Two's peace signs in the chat for Wrensday. Happy 6 month, the 6 month anniversary of Wrensday, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys, happy Wrensday. So today I have a special guest, my best friend, Charles.
Just because I'm your best friend doesn't mean you're my best friend.
That was rude.
That's true, isn't it?
No. Anyway, so to commemorate our 6 month anniversary of Wrensday, and also hopefully to cheer Charles up from his loss against Joe.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and play our game. It's most likely to. I've already explained all the rules to him, You got it?
I think so.
Okay, cool. So most likely to refuse a handshake after a loss.
Yeah, I guess.
No, you've literally done it.
I guess that's me, isn't it?
Think a stranger is waving at them and wave back. I know you've done that.
No, no.
Yes, you have.
You definitely have.
No,
Yeah.
no one talks to me. Cut the other person off mid promo.
That's you all the time.
Yeah, it's on camera.
Makes me furious.
Get
Fucking Undertaker, fake Undertaker poster, and the Canadian flag poster in the back.
Get lost, even with GPS. That's you. You literally never take us to the right spot. Oh, hello. You sent me the wrong directions too.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's forget about this.
Call for a rematch after losing.
Are these guys dating? Do we know? I don't mean to be all TMZ-ish and I'm just curious.
Tavion. Pretend to be on the phone to avoid talking to someone. You.
Sometimes.
That's you. Let's see. Bring a weapon to a friendly match. You. You literally use the stairs against Tavion.
Yeah, but
Anywho, trip during their own entrance. That's me.
That's when you do it.
Stop it.
Multiple times, actually.
Yesterday. Start a sentence, then forget where it was going. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Who would win in a fight between you and Charles? No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, well,
Okay, there you go. So just some flirtatious. I don't know what that was all about. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was WWE.